Hi everyone, welcome from Acumen Accounting. Buying a house or renting a house? This is a very debatable topic because if you start Googling and start looking into the details, some people say it's worthwhile renting a house compared to buying a house, especially if you are living in surrounding of London or these expensive areas. So if you are one of those who are thinking to have buying a house in the future, this video is very important for you, and it gives you the inside knowledge and the comparison you might have to make going forward. So let's start. If you're renting a house, it's very easy. You just have to pay a deposit, and the agency or the landlord have to do a credit check to make sure your credit history is fine, so you regularly making payments in future for their rent. So once you rent the house, of course, it's a fixed payment you make, but nowadays, if you see, the market is going a bit crazy. The rental market is quite high. Rents are increased drastically. Some of the areas, the renters are going up by 20%, which is quite a lot of money. So in the rental property, you can't do anything without the permission of the landlord. I have a personal experience. I used to have a rental property, and my landlord have told me you can't put any nails in any of the walls. So if I want to hang any sceneries or anything on the wall, I have to get their permission. And I ended up asking them, could you please explain to me how I can put this on the wall without putting a nail? So these are the things you probably get difficulties if you're renting the house. Because it's not your house, you can't make decisions, which compared to you owning a house. So this is the thing. But sometimes people think, the interest rate is a very high. The Bank of England have increased the interest rate recently, and it's sky high. And what's going to happen, because it's a large amount of the payments you have to make. There's a long-term commitment towards buying the house, and the solicitor's cost is involved. We have to pay stamp duty. We have to pay the agency fees sometime. So these are all the things involved. So then people just thinking, well, what should I do? Is the renting still is the better option rather than going for buying the house? But if you are the homeowner, it's peace of mind. It's your property. You can go and do any extension. You can put a nail anywhere you want in the wall, and you can do the decorations as per your requirements and as what you feel. So if you are one of those who are really looking to make a decision with either buy or rent a house on accountant's view, I recommend to buy a house rather than renting a house, because if you buy the house, it'll give you so many advantages, because these are the one-off cost you will pay towards the solicitor, because they have to make sure the house which you are buying, the deeds and the title is correct. Also, there is no future plans from the local authority or the councils to make any changes or any developments in that area. So that gives you the peace of mind, but it's a one-off cost towards you buying the house. Once you buy the house, it's yours. You can basically do whatever you like with that house. You can change the interior. You can apply for extension. If it's a large extension, of course, you have to go for the planning permissions to the local authorities. Then you can make changes. But it'll give you the peace of mind, and in longer term, when you start making payments to the lender in shape of mortgages, after 20-25 years, you become the 100% owner of that house. So when you're reaching your retirement age, you don't have to worry about keep working and keep making payments, because your mortgage is complete, and you don't have to pay that additional amount. But if you're renting a house, you still have to pay rent. Even you are retired, you have to somehow make sure the rent is keep going. Otherwise, the landlord can send you a notice. Doesn't matter if you lived that house for 20 years, they can still give you the notice to vacate the property because you have stopped paying the rent. So that's an advantage of being a homeowner, that it's fully paid at the end of the 20 or 25 years, whatever the length of your mortgage is, and then you have that peace of mind. So from the as per an accountant, and the accountant's view is to buy the house instead of renting the house. I know some people say, when you run the maths and look at the figures, renting is sometimes a better option, but not everybody is prepared for all that things. We are talking about a majority of the people who are normal living, people who are working hard or having a regular job. They want peace of mind, like, okay, when I'm going to retire at the age of 65, or nowadays it's going to 67. We never know, it's going to be 70 soon. So you have to plan accordingly. So buy the house, it'll give you the peace of mind, keep making your mortgage payments. And after all those years, you will become 100% homeowner. And plus the property value, property increase. Even you look at the stats of the graphs if you just simply Google, you will see the house prices going up every time. So it's not going down. So that's another advantage. Your property value will increase. If you rent a house, it doesn't make any difference to your life, because the property which is increasing is not yours, the landlord. So his assets and his equity is increasing, not yours. So when you're making mortgage payment, you start becoming basically start having a more percentage of the ownership after a number of years when you're making the payments. So being a homeowner is the good idea. This is what you should be considering, rather than focusing on keep renting the house for a long term. Again, if you have any questions or if you want to ask anything, you can leave a comment at the bottom of this video, or you can send us a private message. Again, don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't forget or you don't miss any regular updates from Acumen Accounting. Again, thank you for listening us. Stay safe, stay healthy. Bye for now.